Happy Friday and welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show. So, we were radio presenters, but we got the sack. So we had no money, but decided to fly off to Mallorca, drink a lot of pale rosé, and the idea for this podcast was born.
A whole year later, here we are, sponsored by East Midlands AirportRedbrik Estate Agents and Ye Olde Bell Hotel and Spa.
I love the way you say that so much.
We need to go there next week, please.
Yes,
we need
we
to
do.
sort that, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I was at the hairdressers.
There's a need.
I was at the hairdressers today and they were talking about the spa. They were like, oh, that spa's so nice, isn't it? And in fact, one of the girls is there today.
Oh, no way.
Everyone talks about that spa in this area, don't they? They all know it.
It's nice.
On that note as well, we have both had our hair done on the same day today. We've never done that before, have we?
No.
Different places.
Yeah. We're both like blonde and ready for the summer, aren't we?
Aren't we just?
And a bit blonder.
Well, when we go into the studio, we were like, babe, nice hair, babe.
Your hair good?
Nice hair, babe, too. Literally complimenting each other.
I was talking to my hairdresser, Dee, who I've had for years and years and years and years and years, and she's just always fully booked. I have had to check this. I mean, this goes against everything we stand for. I've booked in all my hair appointments until Christmas.
Stop. Dee be busy.
Dee be busy. She's busy, and I was twitching a little bit. I was like, oh god damn. Okay, because I panicked. Now I've got this bob. I need it cutting a lot, won't I?
I like the bob, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks good.
Anyway, I was like, I think Becky really wants to come.
I do. I was just going to say that I would like to try Dee.
Yeah. So, but she's full.
Did she say no? Did Dee say
she
no?
Did say yes. Also, she's like, what's her hair like? Is it thick? And I thought, oh, I've never had to describe your hair before.
Mine's not thick.
So do you know what I said? See if you can guess how I described your hair.
No. Mousy.
No,
Thin.
Your hair, your face, you look so annoyed. I said, no, she's got lovely hair. It's like long. I said, she's very boring with her hair though. She never changes it. I was like, ever since I've known her, she's all been the same colour, the same bloody length.
I actually said this to my hairdresser today. So she cut me, not bangs. I haven't got bangs, mate, at all. No. But she kind of like went a little bit shorter than I went, oh, I said, I feel a bit nervous. I never have anything different with my hair. And I actually mentioned you. And I went, my best mate always goes, you never do anything different.
Never.
I know.
I mean, it's beautiful. You've got lovely hair. But she said, is it thick? And I went, it's not actually that thick. No.
It is a little thin, I would say. Do you remember before our first birthday party, I was actually going to do like a wash-in, wash-out. It was a copper colour. Yeah. I ordered it off Amazon months and months ago. I thought, first birthday, I'm going to have a different hair colour. Mate, the trauma I went through trying to talk myself into dyeing my hair, which is a wash-out one, by the way. I couldn't even do that. I was like, just do it, Becky. Just do it, you fool. I was like, just do it. Then I was like, no, I can't. I was having a battle in my head.
When you said, you're like, mate, I was like, what? You went, I'm done my hair tonight. I thought, no, you're not. I literally went, oh, good for you. And I thought, she's going to have the same colour hair tomorrow. And lo and behold, in she comes. I'm like, no.
And I even went and bought one of those mixing bowls. I went and bought all the gear. And I still haven't done it. I'm never going to do it, am I?
Obviously, I've gone blonder. Because it's summer and mainly to hide the grey hair that is now sprouting from my head. And I said to Dee, I can't keep coming back to you every time I sprout a grey hair. What shall I do? Because you can get those spray root things, but they just make your hair a bit dirty and
a bit dry.
Feel a bit horrible. Oh, mate, she's hooked me up. So I've got all the codes for the Weller hair. Ordered myself a little bowl and a brush. Yeah.
Nice.
And then she said to me, she went, don't think you're a hairdresser. Do not start doing other people's hair. I was like, okay.
Well, can you do mine?
Yeah, of course.
We come round to mine. We have your bowl.
What am I going to do to yours? Yeah. Nothing. Brush it. That's about it.
Oh God. We need to talk about the day that we had this week.
Oh my God.
I don't know what happened to it. It's like I lost the plot
it's
for
like
a whole day.
Perimenopause.
Isn't it?
You're right.
Maybe I'm catching it from you.
Don't blame me.
It's contagious.
I mean, I had to keep it together because I could have, I could have totally lost it. But I thought, no, I can't. So I kind of swallowed the emotion that I had. But I have to say this, I was almost embarrassed to be your mate. I've never felt embarrassed before.
It was that bad. Well, Laura's words to me were, I have never seen you that gimp in my life.
I don't know what happened to you, but basically we went for a meeting in this place which we probably should talk about on another pod because it's actually quite funny. What you just said to me before the podcast was funny about it.
Yeah.
So we went for a meeting. And it's something about to do with next year. And it's not like, I was going to say it's not like a fun place.
No, it's quite a professional
place. That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's not somewhere you go and mess around, is it?
So you get passes, you get lanyards, right? Quite straightforward.
People are going to think you've gone into a jail for a meeting, by the way. They're going to be like, where the hell did you go?
Well, it's quite straightforward. All you do is get your lanyard, and then there's these glass sliding doors, and you put...
A little bit like what you get at an airport, actually. So it's kind of like... When you go through security, it's they separate, don't they, the glass barriers,
Yeah, they separate, you walk through, and they close, right? Straightforward. We've all done it. It's like lift doors.
You say that. You say it's straightforward.
Enter Becky, right? You went before me. You tapped your lanyard.
Sorry, I've just got to stop you here. Right, you know, you and I were having a conversation about something completely private about our possible mate today. And you went, you can tell the story.
Oh,
do you remember? I've just had a message, so I don't think we can do the mate we were going to do today. I mean, of all the times for me to get a message like I've just received after we've just had that discussion, I actually can't believe this.
What's the message?
Someone's going to subscribe to the podcast.
Great. Oh, damn it! Oh, I know. We didn't think of this, did we?
That's completely ruined our mate.
That's our mate,
isn't it?
I mean, yeah, get him to subscribe. See, this is the problem we're going to have. We thought we were in a safe space here because this obviously is Friday's ep, so it's just for our little ferals. By the way, hey little ferals.
Hey little ferals.
Lovely lot. But now what's going to happen is because all these, not all of them, sorry, not that bad. All these men are going to be like, she's talking about me. Actually, it's genius what we've done.
Yeah, because it gets the listening figures up,
but
doesn't
now
it?
Isn't he going to know? Because he's going to know that you were going to talk about him.
Well, yeah, probably, but he doesn't know what I'm going to say.
No, that's true.
He's actually just put, have I been mentioned as well? And up until this point, he hasn't. We were going to mention him today. Mate, I can't do the story today. I just can't.
Oh,
guys, little ferals, it's going to have to wait.
What are we going to do then? What are we going to do for our mate?
I don't know. We'll think on as
the pod goes on. Anyway, let's get back to Becky trying to walk through a door. So she popped her lanyard down and she walked very slowly through. So the glass door opened and then kind of half shut on your like hand or something. Now most people will be like, oops, oopsie, and just scan it again. Becky,
not me, guys.
I actually can't even describe what you did. You just lost your absolute mind.
I had the fear of God in me. I'll give you a little bit of background info here, right? Just so you know why I reacted the way I did. So I went to the cinema once, okay? And this was probably only about 10 years ago. So I was an adult.
Yeah.
And you know, they're like revolving doors you get going to cinemas. I went into that, but there were some youths going in and messing around in there.
Right.
Anyway, they were messing around so much, I got my arm trapped. And it stopped the whole revolving door going round, right? It was bad. They had to like stop it all. Like the manager had to come over. Like it was really bad. Okay.
Is this why you're really bad at getting on trains?
I think it might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
It's just a fear of mine. Okay. It's a fear.
Okay.
So this fear came into play.
Yeah.
When we went into this meeting, because obviously it just didn't work properly, and I think I hesitated slightly. So then when I walked into it, it closed on me. And it triggered me.
The funny thing is that the person we were meeting had walked through quite normally and she was on the other side. So she must have been watching us both thinking, why on earth have I invited these two meeting? They can't even walk through a door. So you tried again, couldn't do it. And then I went, just do that. And you went, mate, I can't do it. And you ran and you hid behind me.
I pushed you forward and I went, you go.
And I was like, I'm supposed to be a professional businesswoman. Look at us.
High-flying professional entrepreneurs.
I tap my lanyard and I walk through. It opens, I walk through, it closes. So then, this is like a maths question. Then we're both on the other side. So me and the lovely lady we were meeting watched you try and get through this door. And I was like, I'm ever so sorry about this. I'm very sorry about her. You were like...
But then what happened, mate?
Well, what happened? What you did was you stood right next up to the door and then you were too close then.
But then I went through really quickly.
It did shut on you.
And it shut on me again.
Yeah.
It didn't like me. It knew. It felt my fear and it went for me. Honestly, it was like a naughty dog or something that knows you're scared.
It's like riding a horse and the horse knowing you're scared and
the horse bucking you off.
Yeah.
I was bucked off.
Yeah. Then we had the meeting. Of course, we've got to get out, haven't we?
So this was a big topic of conversation during the meeting. So obviously we talked about what, the work and stuff and professional stuff. But then we kept going, oh, am I going to be all right getting out? Oh, do you think, are you going to be okay? And we talked about it so much, it became a thing.
Well, you couldn't get out.
Oh, no, I was just going to, I couldn't remember what happened.
Your pass obviously just thought, absolutely not.
Computer said no.
Yeah, you have to go through like the special entrance.
Well, she called it the wide entrance.
The wide, yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
You have to go through the wide entrance, Becky.
Yeah. I mean, I've never known anything like it.
But what's going to happen now if we do have to go back there? Mate, I'm going to be so nervous.
Well, I'm just going to go first. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. She will never make you walk through those doors. It's just embarrassing for all of us.
We probably won't get any work with them now because of that whole palaver.
Well, then we left, didn't we? And then you drove down a one-way street the wrong way.
I don't know what was going on. Literally, there was a man. He was Scouse, actually, the guy in this car. He hung his head, and I did wonder why there were no other cars going that way. And I went across this junction, and he went, I can't do a Scouse accent, but he was literally like, it's one way, bitch, it's one way. That's not Scouse. And I thought, oh my God, he's right. I have driven like a loon down a one-way street.
Oh my God.
I was off my head this day. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
we haven't mentioned lovely Andy, who we met at this place, who listens to the podcast.
God, can you believe it? We're actually now meeting people that know our podcast.
Well, we've got another story about this in a minute, haven't we?
So,
well, there was a Costa coffee, wasn't there, in said place. And he was in there and he was like...
He went, hiya, Becky.
We went, do you want chocolate on your cappuccino, Becky? And I went, how does he know my name? I was like, at first we thought it was Mr. Mattress. Do you remember?
We're like, are you Mr. Mattress?
Yeah, we actually thought, what if that is Mr. Mattress?
Well,
anyway,
it could be.
Well, he said his name was Andy, unless he was lying.
Well,
but lovely guy. Hi, Andy.
Yeah, hi, Andy. Yeah, because I thought he just knew you. So as I walked off, he went, bye-bye, Laura.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, bloody hell, he knows me too.
So
I'll go back and say bye to Andy. So then, did anything else happen to you that day?
Yes, we had an event, didn't we? And then I think there was some...
You were just a bit...
off.
Yeah.
I was off
all day. Yeah.
I had a perimenopause day that day.
You know, it's not going to be long, babe.
Stop saying that,
I
please.
thought
You've got to stop saying that. Seriously.
Cheryl Cole's turned 40 today.
Has she?
Mm. Yeah, there's a lot. That's it, isn't it? We're all that older age.
Yeah.
Well, I am already.
I mean, Kim K, she's 42.
42. Beyonce, 43, 44.
All the best.
All the
turning
best
40
people
in their 40s.
Absolutely.
You know?
Of course they are.
Yeah.
So talking about like being recognised. So last time someone came up to me and asked me about like us and hosting stuff. Was it the tip? It was Marie, wasn't it, I think? Hello, Marie. I'm sure her name was Marie.
What a place to be recognised.
Anyway, bloody hell. Today, went and got some chicken feed from the chicken feed place. Walked in, she's like, hiya. I was like, hiya, can I have some chicken laying pellets, please? She's like, yeah, sure. And then she looked at me, she went, you doing the Sparkle Walk again tomorrow? Oh, I just thought, oh, God. I went, no,
This is
not
what
actually.
it must be like for Kim Kardashian.
This must be what it's like in feed places.
This is...
all the places.
Were you looking your
I'm going
best
to have to get
in
security soon.
I know.
No, of course I wasn't looking my best. When do I ever look my best at the moment? I either look like, well, I either look like I'm homeless or I'm glamorous. There's no in between, Becky.
I think that's most people.
Is it?
Yeah, I do.
Right,
I do.
good.
But I love the fact that you're getting recognised when you look homeless.
Oh yeah,
that's my favourite.
They must
thing.
just be like, Christ.
Yeah, like we said,
all going well, is it, love?
She don't look like she does on Instagram.
I've got a mate.
Okay, perfect.
I've got a mate.
I don't think he'd mind if I told the story anyway, but let's go with your mate anyway.
Let's just see, shall we?
See how we feel.
Yeah, see how we feel. It's a good mate, actually. It's not a dating mate, but, you know, I had my anxiety attack the other week. The paramedic that came to my house has messaged me on Instagram.
No, not on Instagram.
Yeah. Now,
male or female?
We can say this, male. We can say this.
Of course he is.
We wanted to get him on the pod. I've asked. But I don't think he's...
Oh, who's that then?
It's my husband, hang on.
He must have known you were talking about...
Yeah, he's like, what?
The paramedic. Hang on, a man slid into the DMs. Let's ring her. He felt it, mate.
Hang on, I have to message him because he worries if I don't answer the phone. Hang on.
Oh, is this after your anxiety attack?
Yes.
Yeah,
I have to.
She's
I have to at all times be
replying to the hubby.
available.
Yeah. That is so weird that he just messaged when you were talking about the paramedic, by the way.
So, yes. So I just want to I'm going to read, he won't mind me reading his messages.
Does he listen to the pod?
Yes.
Oh, does he?
So yes. So he now follows me on Insta, listens to the pod. So let me find
mate,
him.
this is mental, by the way. The paramedic who turned up when you were having your anxiety attack is now a listener to the pod. What kind of a world are we living in?
Yeah. So Jamie, his name is.
Hey, Jamie.
So should I say the whole thing, how he got in touch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was stripping wallpaper on a very hot evening, and I put a little.
This sounds like the start of some dodgy scenario.
No,
by the way.
So I put a message, like a question on my Insta, and it said, "What one job would be the worst job to do on a Saturday evening when it's 26 degrees?" Right. And lots of people were like, "Oh, clean the inside of a car, clean the oven, blah, blah, blah." And then I got this one. It said, "Coming to someone you don't know face down on their living room floor." And I thought, what? And I read it and I thought, I don't understand it. And then it clicked and I thought, oh my God. So anyway, I found it very funny, right? So I put, oh my God.
That is very funny.
I am howling. I said, it took me 10 seconds to figure out what you meant. You guys were great. Thank you so much for looking after me. So put, anytime. You weren't a bad patient, just for the record. Lol.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not going to repeat what they were telling me about other patients, but yeah, I think it's probably actually.
It happens a lot. And you were probably quite good in comparison.
Yeah. So then obviously I did the pod on Wednesday about my anxiety attack, and he messaged and he said, "Just listen to the podcast. Well done with it. Very honest. The reason your hands got tingly is to do with over oxygenation and changes to the pH value of your blood, causing pins and needles and cramping. A bit more knowledge for you. Thank you for the compliments."
Oh, bless him. So he's a proper full-on listener.
Mate, we've now got, so I've put, I'd actually tag you, but also you do now know you're going to be our go-to with any medical questions. I'm going to be like, Jamie.
Yeah, literally.
Jamie.
I mean, he's going to regret finding us, isn't he? Because we would be DMing him all of our worries, health worries.
Jamie, can you look, Becky's feeling a little off weather.
Becky's got that weird, what was it?
Can you come and look at Becky's weird white spot on her throat, please?
What was that called, by the way? Uveitis. No, what is it?
God
do you remember
knows.
those days?
Yeah.
The uveitis days.
I do remember, yeah.
In fact, I might actually message him because today I tried to get a doctor's appointment about my throat again. And mate, I tell you what, it'd be easier getting into Buckingham Palace than getting a doctor's appointment now.
I have to say, though, it's very strange you say that, because obviously I had to speak to a GP. I rang, I couldn't get through on the phone.
It's
I just
nuts.
couldn't get through. I went in, and I won't say what doctor's surgery it was, but the receptionist was so miserable. I almost felt sorry for her. I almost wanted to go, oh God, I'm really sorry.
Right?
I felt awful because she was so miserable.
They are miserable, aren't they?
But she booked me a phone call, and the doctor phoned literally later that day. And then I was in with a blood test within 4 days.
Oh,
so I
that's
think
good.
once you kind of get in, maybe it's quicker.
Penetrating.
It's
penetrating. That's what it is.
Call.
Well, mate, this morning, so I called. So, you have those like same day appointment things. You have to ring at like 8 a.m. That's when everyone's trying to get through. I had this woman on the phone this morning, and receptionist or whatever. Honestly, she interrogated me. I felt like I was doing something really naughty, phoning my doctor. She was like, and what about this? And do you have this? And what about that? And would you say it's this? And what? And I was like, oh my God. And I felt a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Anyway, then she sent me a message. I had to send a picture of my throat, which I've done a million times before. I had to do that again on the school run this morning. Then I had to send some like questions to answers, blah, blah, blah. But they're like, you have to be available all day to come in. Well, I was available most of the day, but not all of the day, like most normal people who have jobs and children and things going on, right?
Right.
So anyway, I mean, I was getting my hair done today, okay? So I mean, there was that as well. Okay, so I was sat.
This is a medical emergency, but just after my highlights. I really, really need to see someone, but I just need to get a blow dry.
Literally, she seated me in the chair. She just put the gown around me. Bloody doctors phoned me. And I thought, I turned my phone over like that.
Becky, you didn't.
Well, what was I going to do? I didn't answer
it.
I can't, but what am I going to say? I can't make it.
Well, they might have been like, can you come in like 3 hours?
I got too scared, mate.
Well,
I'm going to be struck off. I think
you're struck off, yeah.
My point is, All I want is a freaking doctor's appointment, okay? And it's impossible. It's impossible.
They want you back. It's not impossible, babe.
Who knows what
it is impossible when it's you. And
when you've got a life and stuff going on, it's really hard. It's really hard. What are these GPs doing? What are they doing? That's what I want to know. It's since COVID. What are they all up to in their surgeries?
I mean, it always was quite difficult to get a doctor's appointment. I remember like before COVID, but now...
It's solid. It's absolutely
we actually know
solid.
a GP though, so I don't know why you're not tapping...
Ask her.
Yeah, I did think that.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to message her now.
I'm going to message her and be like, ignore what Becky's saying. Right.
Oh, right. I think that's it then, isn't it?
It's the weekend.
Oh, what are you doing this weekend?
Not a lot. What are you doing this weekend?
Do you know what? I'm going to have a really healthy, chilled one, I think, actually.
Good for you. We'll be back Monday.
Monday, guys.